So let's talk about utilities in Framer. Now, utilities are these elements which you can find under the insert panel, and at the very bottom you're going to find all of these different utilities. Now, for the most part, these are fun elements and integrations. So let's explore, for example, the product hunt. You can see that the moment that I drag it, I'm going to have a component which is the featured on a product hunt with the upvotes, and you can simply add a URL to your product, and then you're going to have this nice little component and widget which is going to essentially connect it directly. Now, one which I really enjoy and that I want to show you right away is the logo. So as you can see under the logo, it's essentially a logo component, and if I write, for example, Facebook, and I click enter, you can see how I'm going to have the logo immediately. Same for Google, say Instagram. So this is really nice overall, and you can of course utilize your very own logo. You can use a URL in order to source it from the web or upload it manually. So this is essentially a dynamic logo component, which is quite nice overall. And if we go ahead, another one of my favorites is the sticky note. So as you can see right here, we have a sticky note. I'm simply going to copy and paste some nutritional values from a recipe, and as you can see, it behaves exactly like a sticky note. I can change the color, I can change the alignment or the typography to have a script font instead of the default. I can make it bigger, and I can decide if in the preview I'm going to show it or hide it, and apply a shadow. So a really nice and neat component overall. And now let's go on and explore some of these other ones. Prototype is quite interesting. It essentially enables you to have this prototype component, and of course you can choose the content and the preset, so you have pretty much all the latest iPhones and also Samsung, Google Pixel I'm seeing here. You can also change it to a tablet, or simply have a regular display, maybe at 180p. You can then switch it, and it's going to have a nice touch to it. And as we go further, then you're going to see all of these different brands. So for example, if you're used to if you know brands like Lemon Squeezy, they have this very characteristic button. So if you need to connect a Lemon Squeezy product, this is the way to go, because you're going to have that immediate visual cue recognition of the brand. And the same is going to be true also for all of these other ones. Gumroad has this very particular type of button, so you can simply add a URL to your Gumroad product, and you're pretty much good to go. Now, if we examine some of the other ones, you can see how we have the code block, which is quite nice if you need to add like a snippet of code inside of your website. So you have that very peculiar style. You can make it static, dynamic in theme. So you can also change general theme colors and all of the things that you're quite used to it. It's just the GitHub theme, or any of the ones which you see right here. If you're a developer, you totally know what I mean. And you can change the language, font of course, and all the basic settings. So I won't really go into much detail of that, but yeah, overall really nice utility. And if we go and continue, another one which is going to be useful, of course, is going to be the embed. So this is going to be the embed component to embed a website or widget, and you can essentially add it here via the URL or paste in the HTML directly. So this one is going to be really dependent on what specific use you need. You can also have some code created with ChatGPT, and then you can embed it over there, or simply source from the web, or create your own code, of course. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the most common components. Then of course we have like more specific ones, like if you need to connect Everbright, the fork, or OpenTable. You have all these widgets which are essentially going to help you connect with those brands. Those are going to be for specific projects, really. Same as Contra. So you have all of these elements, which for the most part you're probably not going to use them like all that often in your framework projects, but what is important is to know that they exist, and you can leverage them when the opportunity comes. So that's it. I would recommend you to simply hop on Framer, go under the utility panel, play around with these fun elements, and acknowledge the integrations that you can make within your Framer site.